ultimately, this whole reality project is a quest for this unitary being and consciousness to get to know itself at every possible level, through every possible perspective, through every possible experience. And we are the evolutionary byproduct of that ultimate goal. And, you know, I do like to say that reality as we experience it, with the way things are, is simply, this is what it looks like when this being of infinite energy is simply being itself. So in the same sense, like I as an organism, if I say, look, I want to prioritize me authentically being myself, it doesn't mean that I'm actively controlling or designing all aspects of my experience. Like I'm not sitting around saying, okay, now fingernails grow really authentically. Okay, fingernails are now growing authentically. It's like, no, we can leave that to the fingernails. And so the reality system that we experience is God has invested itself to being all the things that it is thoroughly. So at the subatomic level, this unitary being and consciousness of infinite energy is really busy being quarks and subatomic particles. At the atomic level, it's really busy being protons, neutrons, and electrons and atoms. And then at the molecular level, it's really busy being those things. And as the rock, it's busy being the rock. As a supernova, it's busy being a supernova. As a human being, it's busy being a human being. And the human being is a collection of all different kinds of microbes and bacteria, and each cell is busy being all of its own things. And then my sense of self is just a self-reflective pattern in consciousness that happens to ride on top of all of that. So that in God and fully being itself, it's actually letting go of control of running the whole system, which is I'm going to be each little thing individually. And so for me as an individual, for me to authentically be myself means the areas that I actually can influence and control, how I express myself, how I express my emotions, how I think, what I believe, how I embody myself. I do have influence over that. Everything else is beyond my control. So back to the question, no, I don't think it's not just an accident, and it's also not by design in the sense that we might think of. It's this commitment of this individuated or this individual unitary universal consciousness and being to say, I'm going to be myself at every level. And then let's roll the dice. Let's see what happens.